Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm back, your movie guru. Thanks for joining me again for another review. Uh, this is another film that I know I say this a lot that I was excited to review. I guess you guys can tell at this point that I love movies. But this one is Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. It's Quentin Tarantino's ninth feature film. And those of you who know me know that I'm a big fan of Quentin Tarantino. I found that with a lot of people, he's kind of polarizing. You either really like him or you don't. There's not much room for in between. There's a few things that Tarantino is known for in his movies: graphic violence, dialogue, and then kind of interesting characters, as well as he has his own way, this unconventional way of storytelling. Uh, so, I just wanted to preface you know, this review with that, let you know that I'm a big fan of Tarantino. But as always, I'm going to try and give this review from the point of view of someone who's just your average moviegoer. Uh, like I said, I've really enjoyed some of his other movies. Pulp Fiction, uh, highly rated by me. I liked Reservoir Dogs. Some of his newer films, Hateful Eight, and Django Unchained, I really enjoyed. Uh, Once again, like just his method of storytelling, the way he uses dialogue to kind of progress a story, and the way his characters are memorable, it's really resonates with me, and it's very similar, I think, to how, if I was a director, how I would approach making a movie. So in that sense, that's why I really enjoy Tarantino films, is he really goes about it the way that I feel that I would go about making movies if I was a director. That said, uh, this film I wasn't the biggest fan of. It got an 86% score on Rotten Tomatoes and then a 73% audience score. But I think this is mostly has to do with my expectations of the film. Once again, like I said, I'm a big Tarantino fan, and so going to see a Tarantino movie, there were a lot of things that I expected, uh, and I didn't really get them in this film. Excuse me. So I didn't find the dialogue to be quite as interesting as it usually is, and then the memorable characters. I don't think, with the exception of Brad Pitt's character, I didn't find the characters to be all that memorable. I thought Leonardo DiCaprio and Margot Robbie both did excellent jobs in their acting. I think they really portrayed their characters well. But just as far as characters that you'd 100% remember, outside of the film, I didn't really see that. Like I said, maybe with some exception with Brad Pitt's character, I think it's someone, you might remember some things about him and, find him to be particularly interesting. So like I said, in that respect, I didn't really get what I usually get out of Tarantino movies. Uh, that said, I do think this is a movie that you would really enjoy if you go on without those expectations and you go, just to kind of see this film for what it is. And, after reading other reviews of it and thinking back on it, like, it's really much more of a timepiece. Tarantino in this film wanted to kind of like a time capsule. He wanted to capture a certain moment in America in filmmaking, and he wanted to memorialize this moment. He wanted to say, "This is how it was." This was a time that I enjoyed. This was a unique time in American history and in American cinema history, and that has since been lost. And I appreciated it, and this is what I want to say about it. This is how I felt about it. This is a window into what things were like at that time. So I feel like if you go into it knowing that, I think you will have much greater respect for this movie. A lot of times, me watching it, I felt like it was kind of aimless, where I was looking at it and thinking, okay, what's the point to all of this? Like I said, I know that Tarantino has an unconventional filmmaking style, but like in the end, it's always progressing towards something. Like you understand, okay, it's been building to this moment. I understand where he was going, or everything has led up to this point. It was going in this direction. You really didn't see that in this film. I thought the ending, like the last 10 to 15 minutes, were phenomenal. Definitely delivered on what Tarantino is known for, and I really, really some unique film options there, and like I really think it closed it all together well. And then I did, once you see, particularly like the final minute or two, it really did kind of encapsulate what he was trying to do with this film. So in that respect, I really enjoyed it. Once again, I'm going to give this a 7 out of 10. Like I said, I know it's got an 89% on Rotten Tomatoes. It's kind of a critical darling, 73% audience score. As long as you come into this movie with the right thoughts, I do think you enjoy it. Go into it expecting to see a time capsule, kind of, story tale, like a storybook tale of what things were like during a certain time. If you go into it with that expectation, I really think you'll enjoy the film. That's it. Thanks for watching, guys, and thank you for the support. If you like what you see, as always, hit the like button, hit the subscribe, send me a comment, let me know what you think. If you hated this movie, if you love this movie, if you hate Tarantino, let me know. We can talk about it. I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys are having a great weekend. Not sure what my next movie is going to be. We've got a few coming out later, but we'll see. Thank you, guys.